Hey friends, today's video is very special and close to my heart. I'm going to be sharing with you items that are day-to-day, holy grail, easy reach items, but that are also somewhat luxurious and worth the splurge, but are not up in luxury categories quite yet. Well, actually, there are a couple that I think folks might consider luxury, and I'll explain when I get there. The rest are items that feel luxurious, give you a luxury experience, but aren't in the crazy designer category where you're spending thousands of dollars on items, but they're pricier than your usual affordable options. And I want to start off with a brand that I have fallen in love with that is in the jewelry category. Before I talk about that brand, you see me wear a lot of different kinds of jewelry on my channel. I love jewelry, and I have a particular love for two brands that I wear the most of, and that is Constantino, that is a Greek jeweler, lots of silver chunky jewelry that I have from Constantino. And then the other is John Hardy, and John Hardy does a sale twice a year. I save up some of my money, I save up some of my little bonus dollars from work, and I will splurge on a piece or two for myself annually and add that to my collection. And I've been pretty happy with those two brands and have not looked outside. I do have other jewelry in my collection that I have amassed over the years, different silver pieces, some gold. I'm a silver gal. I like white and silver pieces. And so what you see here today is along those lines. And I do have some costume jewelry too that I really enjoy. I've had different brands reach out to me that are jewelry brands asking to collaborate, and I have looked at their items and thought, you know, that's not something that I would typically buy on my own. I'm not interested, and so no thank you. However, when this brand reached out to me, I had already seen other content creators collaborating with Idyl. That's the brand we're talking about, IDYL, and loved the way the jewelry looked on them. And I had already looked up this brand on my own thinking, I think this is a brand that I want to check out. So when they reached out to me, it was for me serendipity. This is not a sponsored video. They are not paying me to say this. That is not the way we set up our collaboration. I do have a discount code for you. It doesn't bring anything back to me, and I'll share that a little bit later on. It's just for your discount purposes. But they did gift me some really beautiful items that I was able to pick out. And let me tell you, these are items I would have purchased on my own anyway. So I was super thrilled when they reached out. And since they came and I was able to verify with my own eyes, my own hands, with my husband, who comes from a family that has a background in jewelry, that these are high quality items that are well made, I went ahead and purchased a number of items on my own. So I have gone down the Idyl rabbit hole, and it is now among my top 3 brands alongside John Hardy and Constantino. I am in pure love. I can't stop reaching for the pieces that I've purchased, and I'm so excited for a few more pieces to arrive on Monday. They're in the mail, and I can't wait for them to get here. So one of the main design features of Idyl is that they're modular in nature, meaning you can purchase certain pieces and mix and match. So everything that I have on today, minus this second chain here, that's my own chain, and then the little studs at the top, those are mine from other purchases. The earrings and this piece here, along with the chain, and then this dangly piece here, are part of the Idyl collection. And I have more coming, and I have footage of the other items that I was sent by them and that I have purchased on my own. So there's a lot of sort of mixing and matching that you can do. And one of the fun things about their pieces is that you can wear them different ways. So for example, this little piece here has the 2 diamonds on the top and the one on the bottom. You can also flip it and wear it the other way. And that's the case with a lot of their pieces. They also have ear cuffs. I'm not big on ear cuffs, although they have some really pretty ones that I have kind of been exploring and toying. Should I get one? And they also have pieces, if you have piercings that are up on your ear lobe here. There's names for these parts of the ear. I don't know what they are, forgive me. But if you have a piercing up here where you can do chains and so forth that come down to your other piercings on your ear, lots and lots of fun looks. And I would implore you all to explore the website and check it out. But the idea is that you can mix and match the pieces. They are all gold. So for all the pieces that you can get them in white gold, which is what I have because I am a silver gal mostly, right? I have some gold pieces, but I love me some good silver pieces or silver looking pieces. So this is white gold, and the base that the pieces are sitting in, right? The surround, the metal surround is white gold. You can get traditional gold, and then there's a rose gold option for all of their pieces. I'll tell you in a minute why that's important. It's 14 karat gold because it is stronger and scratches less easily than some of the softer golds that are higher in carat. And then one thing I really love is that the diamonds are lab grown diamonds. And so they register as real diamonds at the jeweler, like if they're tested. They shine just as brightly, and they're made using like a condensed process that real diamonds are made out in nature. So if you think about diamonds as being really, really high pressure out in diamond mines, these are made under a similar condition, but just in a lab simulated fashion. So when you think about the 4 C's of diamonds, when you look at that, when you find a lab grown diamond that's similar along those 4 C's, you will not see any difference between the two. And so I appreciate that these are sustainable in nature. They shine really brilliantly and beautifully. Look, these look darn good in sunlight, and you'll see that in some of the footage that I'll put in here. Some folks have asked, what's the difference between a lab-grown diamond, a real diamond? So I just explained that. And then moissanite and cubic zirconia. So moissanite is another lab-created stone that mimics diamonds, that actually has more refraction of light, and sometimes is even a little brighter than regular diamonds or lab-grown diamonds, and is also a nice affordable option. In fact, this piece here, this is not Idyl. This teardrop shaped little stud here is a moissanite stone. Very pretty, very fun, a nice affordable option also. And then cubic zirconia is a more affordable but synthetic gemstone. I have a lot of cubic zirconia in my collection. Actually, this is moissanite too. I guess I should have said that. This is not Idyl, but this is a little piece that's super fun and affordable. But back to cubic zirconia, it is a synthetically created stone that's supposed to try to mimic diamonds, and they're fun to wear. I have a lot of cubic zirconia in my collection for fun wear. But what I really love about these lab-grown diamonds is I know I'm wearing real diamonds, which, you know, a girl loves a real diamond. They're really beautiful on, and I appreciate that they're at a much more affordable price than your typical mined diamonds. And then they're a lot more sort of sustainable, you know, the ethics and all of that behind mined diamonds is a whole nother conversation. So that said, I wanted to share some of the pieces that were gifted to me and that I have purchased. I have some footage for you, as I mentioned, and I would strongly urge you to check them out if this type of jewelry is appealing to you. I will say these are more dainty pieces than I usually wear, but they have become a go-to, especially for work-related events, day-to-day, easy reach. You know they're going to be beautiful. You know that they go with everything that you wear. They're classy, they're simple, they're just so easy. So I'm going to sit over here so that I can pop in footage of the other pieces that I have purchased and have been wearing to death recently. And I want to talk about some of the necklaces that I love. And so this top piece here was sent to me by Idyl. One thing I really, really love about their necklaces is that they are adjustable. Let me show you what I mean. So if you would like to layer, like I'm doing here today, there's one here if you really want to wear it like super tight to the neck like that. That makes me a little bit uncomfortable, so I like it down at least one hole, which is where it is now. And you see there's a little bit of slack here because the top ring is here at the top. And if you put it on the top ring, it sits about, you know, down there like that one does. Although, like I said, this piece here is my own. The other piece that they sent me is this 2-tiered piece here. I really wanted something that dangled and was delicate like that. This is called the Thea. And again, all of these are in white gold. So there's a little diamond at the top and a little diamond at the bottom. I went ahead and purchased this beautiful piece here, which is called the Clio. And as I mentioned, you can wear it like this, or you can wear it like that. So the 1 diamond is at the top and the 2 are at the bottom. I also on my own was so impressed with these that I purchased the Lena. So there are a lot of sort of celebrity endorsements on the website for Idyl. And I forget who it was that was wearing this. I think it was maybe Eva Longoria or Mila Kunis. And they both look so beautiful with the Lena on. And so I fell in love with that and purchased that. I also purchased the Jane, which is 3 pieces and it's graduated. So there's a big one on top, a middle one, and then a little one. And that's one that you can flip and wear either way, with the big one on top or the little one on top. And it's gorgeous. I also recently, and this is the one that I'm waiting to come on Monday, gifted myself the one called Serena. I mean, this is so beautiful. This one has marquee shaped diamonds, and there are 5 total, with the bigger one in the middle and the 2 graduated ones on either side. I also love the Thalia. I've got my eye on that. I love the Ava, which is like this teardrop that you can wear in either direction as well. I love the Iris. I mean, I'm just into all of these. And I especially love the long pieces that are a little bit dressier. There's one called the Terra that is spectacular. And then they have like a regular jewelry line, and then they have, I think they call it the high jewelry line. And the pieces in there are gorgeous as well. for Christmas, I have on my wish list Le Secret. Oh, how pretty is this with the big diamond on top and the sort of teardrop on the bottom, and then Le Couple. Oh, so pretty. Those are a little pricier in their high jewelry line, so I may save those for Christmas. And while I buy my John Hardy piece, I may also buy one of these. So then let's talk about the earrings. I'm wearing today these that are called the Luxeire. I purchased these on my own. How pretty is that? The way that they work is that there is an adjustable part here, depending on how thick your lobe is. Like, I got some big, long lobes that are getting longer as I age. You know that, right? You know, as you get older, your ears get bigger. And so my lobes are getting bigger, and I love that it's adjustable. Idyl sent me these studs, which are medium, the medium size. There's a little petite one, there's a medium, there's a large size. I have the large coming along with that Serena pendant on Monday. Can't wait till that arrives so that I can use those with other pieces in my second piercing. But this is called the Luxeire. And again, it comes in regular gold, white gold, and rose gold, which I just think is brilliant that you can use either one of those three or all three if it suits your fancy. They also sent me the Romy earring, which you have seen in another video. I think I wore it on the other channel at one point. And those are really, really pretty. They almost like hook down a little bit and are just classy and simple, easy to wear. I mean, these are pieces that look really good on. They shine nicely. They're classy. They go with everything. I bought myself the Gia set. And so those I either wear on their own or I wear in the second piercing up here. Really, really nice. And so the deal is that these little studs you can use with any of those. So you can buy one pair of studs and use them with a bunch of the different types of earrings on the site. They also sent me the Ono earring. This is so beautiful. It looks so, here's the thing that's deceptive. Everything looks so simple on the website and you're thinking, is that, really going to have impact when I put it on? And then you wear it and you're like, that is so stinking cute. It's so shiny. It's so classic and classy. I adore these. I can't get enough of looking at the site. The models on the website are all different types of models. They look absolutely gorgeous. There's lots of mixing and matching that you can do with these pieces. And friends, they're just classic and beautiful and easygoing. Like, I'm not overdone with these on, and yet I got some bling going on. I just love that. I fell head over heels and have been wearing these pieces non-stop and just having so much fun with all of the mixing and matching of the pieces. Adore, adore. They did give me a code to pass along to you all if you would like a discount on there. I mean, who doesn't like a discount? Essential Veronica 10 will get you 10% off of the entire order. As I mentioned, there isn't any commission to me. That's a straight discount for you. These are worth the price tag for me. They're everyday. They're easy go-to. They will get a ton of use. These are not items that are just going to sit in your jewelry collection and not get any use. At least for me, I find myself reaching for these on the daily, unless there's a day that I want the chunkier look of my other jewelry, and then I go for that. So I'm so thrilled. Thank you to Idyl. The other thing I'd like to say, and this is important to me as a content creator, I get a lot of outreach from a lot of different brands on a daily basis, which is an absolute pleasure and a privilege to be reached out to do collaborations. I end up turning most of them down because, as I've said before, one of the requirements for me if I'm going to collaborate with a brand is this something that I would truly spend my own money on? Would I buy this for myself? Would I buy this for my sister? Would I buy this for my husband, for my children, for my mom? Is this something that I would be proud to show in a collaboration? Would I spend my own money on it? I feel like that is the biggest endorsement of all. And the question that I ask myself first, and then the other question that I ask myself is, are these people presenting themselves in a professional manner? So one of the co-owners from Idyl reached out to me personally, and she was the nicest, the most professional, the most courteous, and the most collaborative with me. We talked about how we wanted to do the collaboration and all of that. And that's just really important to me. So thank you to Idyl for being lovely and professional and for introducing me. Well, not introducing me because the other content creators really that I was watching introduced me, but for bringing me into the Idyl family. I will be shopping for much more. I sent the link to my family members and said, pick out what you like. This is on me. I am willing and happy to spend my own money on this, of course, with the discount code. And they're going to be looking blingy for Christmas. They might get some bags from Teddy Blake too and all of that. We talked about that in a previous video. So that is Idyl, friends. I can't say enough good things about the brand. I can't say enough good things about the way that their website works, how easy it is to navigate, easy shipping, right away. They keep you informed throughout the whole process. They have a warranty and a return policy and all of that. All right, let us move on to the next category, which is clothing. And I have a piece on today that I am head over heels for. This brand is called Luxeire. And I learned about this brand through my lovely friend Giselle over at GB Fragrances, and she's GB Fragrances on Instagram as well. She and I talk often, and we love talking about products, and we have some similar tastes. And she introduced Luxeire to me. I seen her wearing some pieces. You know, those are beautiful tops. Tell me about them. And she sent me over to Luxeire to check out. When I first saw the price tag on these shirts, I was like, ay, mamma mia, these are super duper pricey. These shirts are, I'm wearing a button down shirt. There's different types of button down shirts. This is the one that has the double layer right here that hides the buttons. Okay. It's called the Classic Button Up, and it's sitting out on the website. Are you sitting down? For $238 a piece. For me to spend $238 on one shirt is a big deal. By the way, I waited till they had discounts and sales, and then I racked up. I think there was like a 15 or 20% off sale that they were having at one point, and I bought a bunch. I'm going to show you some of the others. The thing about these shirts that Giselle and I talked about and that she kind of clued me into, a couple things. Well, maybe three things. One is the color on these shirts is so vibrant and holds as you wash the shirts. I've washed these shirts a few times now each, and they're still just in beautiful shape and condition. Mind you, when I wash these, I do put them in their own separate mesh bags so that they don't rub against anything else. Like, I don't want my jeans rubbing against this. I don't want zippers rubbing against my shirts and, you know, pulling at any of the fabrics. Not for $238 a piece. No, ma'am. But I did end up racking up on a bunch because it was at the time that I knew I was going to be traveling more. And I want to be able to get off the plane and go straight into a meeting without my shirt being wrinkled, without, and this is very important to me, being uncomfortable on the plane. And some shirts make you uncomfortable because they're tight, they pinch, the fabric isn't giving. So I think it was 2 videos ago, I shared with you an affordable option for button-down shirts that has like this satiny material that I love. I have 5 of those. Forgive me, because in that video, I showed you very wrinkled versions of those shirts. And I talked about how you can steam them out really easily. So I love those for affordable options. And I love this as a pricey option that is so worth the splurge. As you'll see in this video that I'm going to insert right here, they are so stretchy. They are comfortable. It feels like you're wearing air. By the way, I forgot to mention, this is not a collaboration. Luxeire doesn't know I exist. They have no clue that I'm talking about them. I don't have any discount codes for you or nothing, nada, zilch. I just love these shirts so much that I'm willing to endorse them and share with you how much they are just fabulous, easy wear. Easy wear. They take up very little room. If you're traveling, you can roll them up, stick them in your bag, and then wear them out of the bag. They don't wrinkle. They do not wrinkle. I'm going to show you a shirt that maybe looks wrinkled on the hanger, but when you put it on, there's no wrinkles at all. These are just beautiful. They're easy to wear. They're so comfortable and cozy. They're great as long sleeve for wearing on the plane and giving you a little bit of coverage when it gets cold, and you can walk right off your plane into a meeting. These are super comfortable for everyday work wear. They're just fabulous. There are different styles on the website. There are some short sleeve options. There are sleeveless options. They have options where the buttons do show and they don't have, you know, that like double layer that hides them. They have a Mandarin style collar that comes up and isn't this type of collar. You know, it's like almost like comes right up to your neck. There's a Henley style. There's a bunch of different ones. This is what they call high quality Italian material. And it has its own name that is trademarked, and it is beautiful. They talk about it being breathable, soft, and fitted. It moves with your body like a second skin. You can stay cool and warm as the weather transitions. It's lightweight and adaptable, all of those things, and it is true. I can't tell you how much I love these, and I want them in every single color. I now have them in 4 colors so far. So as you see, this is the yellow color, right? And so you have seen this one in a video before. If I remember to, I'll insert footage of me wearing it in the video, the white one, and it is the whitest white, and it stays white through washes. Yay! I haven't even had the problem of the deodorant sort of staining the armpits, because that happens to me a lot. I don't know about y'all. I got this absolutely gorgeous, like almost like a purpley eggplant color that is so vibrant and so pretty in pictures, on camera. I've worn this on some Zoom calls and that sort of thing, and it just looks so pretty. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this color. Here is the black version, the blackest black you'll ever see in a shirt. Again, keeps its color, which is phenomenal. And then here is the red. I mean, if that's not one of the prettiest reds, without being obnoxious, because red can be a really hard color to wear. One caution that Giselle gave me that I will pass along to you is to order up in terms of the sizing. That's the only tricky thing. They do have a generous return policy and all of that. So if something doesn't fit, you can send it back. But I usually will wear either a medium or large, and I ordered mine in extra large, and I have plenty of room in this shirt. You know, maybe I could have gone 2XL, but this, you know, fits right and it feels good and it hugs me the way that I want. So I would just say order 2 sizes up, especially y'all, if you got some ladies up here, because they take up a lot of room. You know, with button down shirts, they can create the gaping here. So ordering up is probably a smart thing. If you are a little bit smaller chested, you can get away with like 1 size up, I would think. So I can't say enough good things about these shirts as just workhorses, worth the money. Like I said, they wash well. Make sure you're washing them in a mesh bag and taking care of your garments. No, they are not $1,000 Chanel shirts. No, they are not, you know, $2,500 Hermes tops. No, it's not a $1,500 Burberry shirt. Doesn't matter. It's beautiful. It is a little bit pricier than your normal, you know, all of those other sort of mall brands. It's pricier than that. And so for me, it is worth the splurge without getting into crazy town territory prices. Love these. Love these. The next category, and one of my favorites because I'm obsessed, is hair. So I've been through a lot of hair journeys. I've been through a number of hair journeys, and I think I have finally landed on the styling products and the actual hair care products that make the most sense for me. I'm not going to talk about hair care, like the types of, you know, shampoo, conditioner, styling products that you should use, because these products that I have are very specific for me and my hair type and my age, okay? Because your hair is just different. It has different needs as you age. It doesn't grow as fast, it's not as vibrant and all those things as when you were younger. So I would say go and check out the Blowout Professor is his name. He doesn't have a stitch of hair on his head, but he has a blowout salon, and he gives really, really good advice on hair care for different hair types. And he has a quiz in his description box that you can use to determine your hair type and the kinds of products that work best for you. I took the quiz. I was very sort of non-believing, like, yeah, okay, whatever. And started using the products that he recommended, and it absolutely changed my hair texture, health, how long it stays vibrant. I've been using his techniques and all of that. They are not his products. Well, I don't know if he's changed. He does have like a shampoo and conditioner product that's out, but that wasn't part of the quiz when I took it. It was Redken products, certain products that he directed me to, and the videos show you how to style your hair and all hair types. So check that out and make sure that you are buying products that are appropriate for your hair. I used to be a believer that drugstore products were just as good as professional products and that professional care products were a scam. No, ma'am. Okay. Since I've been using professional shampoo and conditioner that is appropriate for my hair type, it has made a world of difference in shine, manageability, everything. I actually enjoy doing my hair rather than dreading it. I do, however, want to mention 2 pricey hair styling products, electric products, that I think are universal and that may appeal to a wide range in this audience. And they are the Dyson products. They are stankin' pricey, some of the priciest on the market, and maybe the priciest. I don't know. I haven't compared to others. The universal product that I will say, regardless of your hair type, you should look into, because there's lots of different Dyson hair products, hair styling, heat products. Tools is the right word. It's this one, and it's the Dyson hair dryer. This thing, I don't know what it costs now. When I purchased it, it was in the maybe $340, $350 range. I got it 20% off in one of the Sephora sales. And this one is in this sort of cobalt blue with the copper. There's different colors to these. Look, friends, and it comes with different attachments. Like they have some that are just for different hair types. There's a diffuser if you have curly hair. There's like a flyaway product that you can use to tame your little flyaways, and then some others. I have it set here for when you want to blow your hair out straight. And it doesn't matter what type of hair type you have. Everybody that I know that owns one of these raves about the condition that it leaves your hair in. I used it today, and it just creates, for me and my hair type, a certain type of shine that I love, and as I use it for long periods of time, it keeps my hair healthy. I have another workhorse hair dryer that is made by Babyliss, and that one is when I want to do my hair quick and I want it super duper hot and I'm not worried about heat damage. That is my ride or die. This is my ride or die when I want to keep my hair healthy. And so I use this more often than my Babyliss, but they're both wonderful. This one is worth the splurge. That one is worth the splurge too, although it's more affordable. Check this out. Again, it doesn't matter your hair texture or type. This is softer. It has heat, but it doesn't get as hot as like my Babyliss. Like my hair is rarely, if ever, like steaming like it is with the Babyliss. I mean, I like fry it with the Babyliss. This has a nice softer airflow that's just easier to use. And I love the texture and feel of my hair after I use this. I also own the Dyson Airwrap. That is a very fussy tool to use. It has barrels that you use to air dry your hair into a curly stage. It also has like a brush that has air that comes out of it that you can use, and various different attachments. I have talked about that in other videos. I'll link those videos below. I highly endorse that if you're a person that has naturally wavy hair. Like I have naturally wavy and curly hair. I usually will blow my hair out and then I will use hot tools to curl my hair, which is what's happening today. Like I blew it out with this and then use the curling iron. But if you don't want to use a curling iron that's sort of high heat, you can use the Airwrap to do your hair. I think it works best when you have already wavy or curly hair that's going to naturally sort of wrap around the barrel and keep shape anyway. For those of you that have stick straight hair, you're probably going to have a harder time with that tool. And for those of you that have coarser, very, very curly hair, check out videos and see if it would work for you. But that's why I don't have that one in here, because it's a very particular, very fussy product. And maybe the more expensive of these, I think that one is in the $600 range. Egad. Dyson also has a tool called, I think it's the Corral Straightener. I don't have that. If you have that, let me know. I know that people that have it love it and rave about it. That is a straight iron. The second tool that I think is really versatile and easy for a lot of folks to use is this one. This is called the Airstrait. I'm not going to show you how to use it. Friends, there are 1,001 videos on YouTube that demonstrate how to use this product. I like this for days that I don't want to blow dry first and then use a hot tool. I have limited time. I have maybe 20 minutes at the most after I get out of the shower to do my hair, and then I have to move on. And this is an all-in-one tool where you use, when you close it, there's hot air that comes out of this part that you use to sort of dry up your roots a little bit. And then you use this almost like you would a curling iron. The air is coming out of this side, and you go, for me anyway, maybe three passes on a piece of your hair, and it's dry and it's straight. Dry and straight. Lovely. It's designed to use on wet hair. Some people use this on dry hair too. I have not tried that. You can adjust the temperature settings. I always use the hottest setting, and it works with hot air. That's how it gets your hair stick straight. So it's both drying and straightening your hair at the same time for days that you have limited time and don't want to be fussing with 10,000 tools. This product, I think, is in the $420-ish range, maybe a little bit more. So again, wait until Sephora or Ulta or those places are having the 20% off sales and get the discount on the product. That's what I did. Or use your points or whatever. I really like this product a lot for days that I want straight hair and just don't want to go through the 1,000 steps. Worth the splurge to me. I've enjoyed this and I've not had bad results. You do have to section off your hair to use this one appropriately and for it to do its thing, but it's worth it. Great, great tool. The fourth category is skincare. I won't spend a lot of time in this category because I've talked about this ad nauseum in other videos, but I just want to remind you of some of the holy grail products here that I use often. So one is this New Face Trinity electric device. So this works by sending electric charges into your skin. I know that sounds crazy. Trust me, I thought it was insane when I first saw it, but I kept seeing people rave about this. This was maybe 2 years ago, raving about the results, especially ladies that are a little bit more mature in our years, where we're concerned about the tone of our skin and the way our muscles are behaving underneath our skin. This is really designed to work at the muscular level and keep your muscles sort of taut and tight as you age. So it sends an electric pulse down into your muscles to help keep them toned, so to speak. You have to use this with a gel, a water-based gel, like the kind of gel that you use for sonograms for pregnancy. That's what I get off of Amazon and use that because that's what conducts the electricity. You don't want to use this on your raw skin. You're going to be shocking yourself a little bit. And it takes 3 passes over every section. And I do that on both sides of my face, on my forehead. I even do my lines up here. So, people are always asking me, what do you do with your skin that makes it look so good? Friends, I am aging. My skin is aging. There's only so much you can do to prolong aging. You can get procedures. I'm not there yet with getting the procedures. I don't knock them, and I may visit them in the future. Okay. But right now, I'm not in a procedure state of mind, and I'm not in a procedure dollar state of mind either. And so I like using devices like this to sort of prolong the health of my skin and the tautness of my face as long as possible. I've got laugh lines. You see, like when I turn like this, there's things happening under here. There's all sorts of things developing as they do naturally. This helps keep the muscles tight under the skin and helps keep your face look lifted. Friends, you have to sleep. You have to drink water. You have to eat properly and not be stressed. Take care of yourself. Stay out of direct sunlight on your face. You do want sunlight. Sunlight's good for you, friends. You need sunlight to process vitamin D. That is a scientific health fact. However, you should, in my opinion, protect your face if you don't want to accelerate the wrinkling of your skin and all of that. I mean, we're all going to get wrinkled, so there's not a whole lot we can do about that. But there's some things we can do to sort of prolong it and just kind of like slow down the whole process. So this is a little bit fussier. I use this maybe twice a week, 3 times a week is ideal. The other thing that I do use, not daily because you're not supposed to use it daily, but I use it a minimum of 3 times a week, is my Omnilux contour mask. Again, this is not sponsored. I purchased both of these things with my own money, and I have found that they are very worth the splurge. There are some weeks when life is really crazy and hectic that I only get to this maybe once, but most weeks I do it 3 times. You literally put this on your face. You all know what these are. You've seen these on a lot of different videos, infomercials, whatever. And you turn it on, and it's red light therapy, which is supposed to support your cellular health, help your cells turn over and do what they're supposed to do, help prevent damage, help fix some damage, help slow down wrinkling and fine lines and things of that nature. So I have found that this 3 times a week is helping give my skin as healthy a glow as I can get at this age. And as I've shared in other videos, I've done some damage to my skin in previous years from being stupid, being out in the sun without sunblock for days at a time. It's been like a whole week in the summer on a vacation, just out and about enjoying my life with the sun hitting my face. I grew up outside, as a kid. I'm an 80s kid. I was born in the 70s, but I was an 80s kid, if you will. And, we just spent all our days outside in the sun playing until the lights turned off in the street. And then mom called you home for dinner. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of damage from that, and maybe from some other poor choices as I got further into adulthood that I'm paying the price for now on my skin. And so these devices are helping me. I am convinced if you had to choose between the two, I would do the red light therapy one. It's easier to do. You don't need to put the gel on your face beforehand like you do with the new face products or other devices like this. This is easy. And I put this on and I do other things, like I might iron a shirt or do a load of laundry or something like this while it's on my face. This is I think it's about 10 minutes, and then it goes off and you're done. That's it. This one is a commitment. You need to use your hands. You have to put the gel on and all of that. So if I had to choose, it would be the Omnilux. If you have the coins to splurge and you have a little bit of time for self-care, get both, do both. Again, in the skincare department, you've heard me rave about these products. So I just very quickly want to give a shout out to the Holy Grail products. These are considered luxury in skincare. Okay. They're pricey. There are even pricier items, but these are pretty pricey for skincare. So all of, affordable versus pricey versus splurge worthy, all of those things are relative to the category and to your personal budget. So in the category of skincare, I am deeply in love with my Clarins Double Serum, which I put on in the morning after my... So friends, as luck would have it, I was editing the video early this morning and the footage at the end of the video just disappeared. Apparently, I edited it off and accidentally put it in the trash somehow on my phone and deleted out the trash, and it is gone forever. So forgive me, I'm going to have to finish the back portion of the video here. I'm refilming this morning, and it's actually a good thing because the pieces that I was mentioning from Idyl that I was waiting on to come in the mail arrived. So I want to show them to you. So that's a good thing. This is called the Oh No earring, and I mentioned it in the Idyl segment. I said that I was waiting for the large studs to come in, which is this centerpiece here. That is the modular nature of that jewelry that you can use the little studs interchangeably with the base pieces. This part here is called the Gia earring, and it comes with the two diamonds on the top, and then you can use either the petite or the medium stud, which is the stone that you see here, or the large stud as the base. And so I have both of those parts on, or pieces on today. And I also wanted to share with you that the Serena pendant arrived. Look at that, how beautiful that is. It's nice, it's dainty, but it has some presence and it has a little bling and shine, you know, that you can use for special occasion or for every day. I'm working today, so I am at home. I wanted just a little bit of zhuzh for the camera action, and so here it is. I also purchased a ring from Idyl. They were on the website for a very limited time. It was like one of those products that they were pushing out and had on sale. And, you know, once you ordered and the window closed, that's it. They're not going to sell them anymore. So this is the ring that I purchased from Idyl. This is that little moissanite piece that I had on in the other portion of the video. I love this. It's beautiful. It's soft. It's easygoing. Again, easy wear. You can even stack rings like this. There you go, for just a fun sort of set. Anyway, to compare to, like, these are lab grown diamonds. This is a mined diamond, my engagement ring here. So just to give you an idea of the comparison of shine on the diamonds. The top one here is the lab grown Idyl diamonds, and the bottom one are the moissanite. So there's a little bit of comparison. There you go. So back to the skincare. I mentioned the Clarins Double Serum, and that I put this on after I put on an essence. So this is the second part. I do have it on under my makeup today. And then I have been particularly obsessed with two moisturizers. I remain obsessed with my Paula's Choice, and I think it's worth, this is not quite a big splurge. These are like, the smaller bottles, I think, are like in the 30-ish range, and the taller bottles are in the 50 range. But for a lot of people, they would consider that a splurge for skincare. This is just easygoing on the days that I want SPF. It has SPF 50 in it, as you can see, and it's a lightweight moisturizer that packs a punch and doesn't leave your face oily, greasy, or anything like that. Plays really well under makeup. And then lately here, especially on days when I don't have a heavy makeup day, and even sometimes on days that I do, but it's an overcast day today. I'm indoors. I'm not going to be out. I'm not really as concerned about SPF. I'm not sitting in front of a window. I'm facing away from the window the whole time. I am so in love with this Ole Henriksen Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. Again, this back portion of the video doesn't have any sponsorship at all. There's no collaboration. These brands don't know I'm talking about them. They don't care about me. I'm just telling you that this product is one that I really love because of its emollient nature. You see how thick it is there. And it's a nice base for makeup as well if you want a dewy look. It's what I have on now. So I have on Essence, I have on the Clarins Double Serum, and then I have this Ole Henriksen as the moisturizer on top. And then I put on my foundation and other products. So you see that I have a fairly glowy look today on purpose. It's the look that I was going for. At night, I have been pretty faithful in the past year or so to this Redermic retinol from La Roche-Posay. It is sort of a lightweight, very soft retinol that doesn't, peel your skin or anything like that. Easygoing. I put a little pea size of this on. This one runs, I think, in the $50 range for one of these tubes, and the tube will last me, I would say, maybe between 2 and 3 months, somewhere in there. And then I have been wholly obsessed for several years now with the Sunday Riley Good Genes all-in-one lactic acid treatment. You see, I am nearly done with this. I have 2 backup bottles of this. I will alternate between this and the Honeymoon Glow from Pharmacy as well. But this is the one that I prefer from the 2 because it's a little gentler than that Honeymoon Glow. And it makes me feel like I have baby skin, when I wake up. It does a nice job of like this, almost like a soft exfoliation of my skin and rejuvenating without me doing anything overnight. And then I top that off typically with a heavy moisturizer. And one of my favorites that I think is worth the splurge, and this is mega pricey for moisturizer, it's the Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. I think these little jars are between $70 and $90. Friends, be sure that you're waiting for either the sales on the website or on Sephora. I don't think Tatcha is sold at Ulta yet. Come on, Ulta, get yourself some Tatcha in so I can use my points over there. But I do buy these either on Tatcha website or on Sephora for 20% off. I love the thick nature of this. It is very creamy. It reminds me like of the oil of Olay. I mean, that's an affordable alternative, that sort of cold cream that you put on at night. Very similar. If you wanted an alternative version, I would say go for the oil of Olay old school old school, y'all, cold cream, put it on your face. And this has a similar effect. And I love the way my skin looks after this. Then I'm going to run through some makeup products that you've heard me talk about over and over and over again. 3 categories. One is lipstick. My very favorite are these Gucci Velvet Matte Lipstick. I'm wearing the color today called Peggy Taupe. It's this sort of rosy pinky color that's pretty easygoing, neutral. I have bold colors like this one that's called Love Before Breakfast. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this really sort of bold color. I have one called Janet Rust that is a little bit more orangey red, and I get a lot of compliments on that one too. I have a bunch of different colors, probably about 7 or 8 of these. One of my favorite lipstick formulas. These are pretty pricey. They run you between 40 and 50 a lipstick, which is outrageous, but definitely worth it, long lasting. This look will stay in place on my lips. I have it sort of like a muted, soft look on my lips. I didn't do harsh liner or anything like that. I wanted it to look more like lip tinty than an actual overly applied lipstick, but they stay on and they're creamy and they feel good and they move with your lips well. So that is in the lipstick category. In the category of powders, y'all, nowhere on this planet, in my opinion, any corner of the earth, in no country, in no store, beats the Hourglass powder formulas. And you can get them in a variety of ways. They do these sort of holiday editions every year. I love the palettes that they come out with every year. The only tricky thing is if you're a collector of these, they will repeat shades, which is not fun. And so here's one that is sort of pinky toned. I happen to have one of these on with another blush that I'll show you in a minute. I have this center one on here. I use this sort of strobe lighting powder as a little bit of a highlight to give some high points of light here on the tip of my nose. You know, I don't always do the tip of my nose thing, but you get the idea. There's always like a bronzer in there. And this is just a regular powder that you can use to set your face and all of that. Some blushes. These are fantastic. I love that they are very natural looking, very ethereal on the skin. They just perform well. They stay put most of the day. Blushes are hard to stay put. That's one of the products that fades the fastest on your face. And I usually have no issues with my Hourglass powders. I never feel like I over apply them unless I go in with a super heavy hand. They're just really easygoing. Here is the Tiger palette that I think came out 2 years ago. It feels like forever ago, but this is what it looks like. And it's a lot more sort of bronze goddessy tone. I could do a full face of colors off of this. I could do eyeshadows in here. This is the highlighter, the bronzer. You can run that through the crease of your eye, the blush here. These are phenomenal. They also do quads like this. This has 3 blush shades and a little bit of a highlighter there. They have single pans like this. This is the bronzer that I'm wearing today. Again, super lightweight. This particular color is called Diffused Bronze Light. I didn't want to go in crazy because I'm going to be up close on camera with people, but I did want like a little hint of a shadow here and all around that this provides. And I wanted it to look natural and not makeup-y. And then the other blush, I doubled up on my blush. They do singles of the blushes like this. And this is the color Incandescent Electra. You can apply it heavy, but I usually just stamp it on pretty lightly for sort of blush, literally like a light blush of color. So those are my favorite powders. And then in the category of eyeshadow, I have shared that probably my favorite palette of colors is my Sydney Grace singles palette. But unless you're experienced in choosing eyeshadows for yourself and in curating them, I would not suggest playing around on the Sydney Grace website unless you know what you're looking for and you're familiar with color tones and your own skin tone and what looks good on there and all of that. My other really super favorite formula, and the look that I was wearing in the previous video, is from Natasha Denona, and the look that I have on, very subtle look that I have on today, is also from Natasha Denona. In the first part of the video, I am wearing maybe my all-time favorite palette, the Biba, which is what I wore for my wedding as well. And it's called the neutral palette, but really the only neutral colors are up in here. For me, the rest of these are pretty warm toned colors. In the first part of the video, I'm wearing these colors here, these grays, with that as a lid color, and this sort of running through that part of the eyebrow. And the reason that I love the Natasha Denona formula is because it stays put all day long. If you know what you're doing and you have good brushes, this goes on smooth like butter. And these shadows keep. Some of my Natasha Denona palettes are more than 10 years old, and they have held up perfectly. The texture of the shadow has not changed. They've held up. They perform just as well. For those of you that are maybe more beginner to shadows, or you want just a simple look, everyday kind of thing, I would suggest looking into 3 palettes and maybe getting 1 or 2 of these. I am wearing the Glam palette today on my eye. That it's a little bit of wash of color. You can glam up your look and get really jiggy with it and do something that has a lot of shine and shimmer and depth and all of that. But if you want just a little bit of wash of color so that, it gives you a little bit of uplifted eye or whatever, I have on these 2 grays here. And I think it is maybe this one. Who am I wearing? This one is on the center eyelid. Simple, easygoing. I could have done a lot more, but I kept it simple. So this is the palettes I'm going to show you work across a variety of skin tones, from the people that are the maybe lightest, most porcelain tones to the darkest, most chocolatey tones. There's something for everyone in these palettes. Look up the videos on these and you'll see what I mean, and look for models that have different skin tones or skin tone like yours and see what kind of looks they do if you don't believe me. The other one that's on the opposite end and is a little warmer is the Golden palette. This is one of the newer ones. These palettes are called the midi size, which is the mid-range size. That Biba palette is the large palette. The large palettes go for $129. This size I think is typically $69. Very, very nice, leaning, warm toned. Some of these are very warm and some are glitzy. There's a little bit of sort of neutral aspect over on this side, but it's generally a bit of a more warm tone palette, and you get some beautiful, easygoing looks. You can go all matte. You can do just a little pop of shimmer in the inner eye there or on your lid if you want to make this part of your lid pop or whatever. These are just beautiful, creamy, well-performing shadows. And then one of her newer palettes that I think is just phenomenal, and again, so easygoing, is the I Need a Nude palette. I love this packaging on this, and here's the color story. This is wonderful, very easygoing. Again, works across a variety of skin tones. Look up the videos. I'm telling you, the packaging on these is really nice. I have not peeled off the sticker because I never use the mirrors. I always use my own mirror, but it's sturdy packaging. You can even pop these out if you would like and mix and match across palettes. I don't do that because I like to keep the integrity of the palette whole like this. So I probably have, 20 or more Natasha Denona palettes. And across all those shadows, I may have had 2 of the shimmer shades that maybe got a little bit of what's called hard pan. That's across hundreds of shadows in the 20 palettes. And that means that the top layer got a little bit stiff and you kind of have to dig down under. Other than that, every single shade has remained intact and performed well through the years. And I love reaching for them. I know I'm going to get a good look. I know it's going to perform well and it's going to stay put all day long. And for that reason, they are worth the splurge. That brings me to the end of my video. Friends, I appreciate you if you have stayed with me this long. Leave me a star or something in the comments so I know that you hung out to the end and found this video of value to you, or that you just enjoyed the entertainment of it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I shared with you my splurge-worthy items. Let me know your thoughts about these in the comments. And for sure, put your own products across these categories in the comments. Jewelry, clothing, skincare, hair care, and makeup. Would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much. Take care.